Most superheroes make us feel safe. Homelander makes us double-check the sky. Imagine Superman's powers welded to the ego of a reality show diva and the empathy of a malfunctioning toaster. That mix of nuclear-grade strength, childhood trauma, and a desperate need for applause gives us a cape-wearing nightmare who'll gladly torch the world if it means another standing ovation. Today we're revisiting 10 moments when Homelander sank to new depths, now with a little extra meat on the bone. Grab your Compound V antacid and settle in. It's time to get uncomfortable. 10. The clap heard round the world. At the Seven's Open tryouts, newly promoted VP of Hero Management Ashley Barrett proudly unveiled Blind Spot, a blind soup whose hyper-acute hearing and martial arts skills made him Vought's latest inclusivity showcase. Homelander greeted the presentation with an easy grin, nodding along as Ashley gushed about Blind Spot's diversity boost and flawless combat stats.
We're gonna pull through the roof with millennials. Inclusion's a big priority to them right now.
Amazing.
And then I think we find an ethnic or female, or fingers crossed, an ethnic female to replace the deep, and we're golden.
Then, after all compliments are said and done, he stepped forward, cupped his hands, and slammed them against Blind Spot's ears.
And now you're just another useless f***ing blind guy. This must be some kind of a joke.
The explosive clap ruptured the young hero's eardrums on impact, erasing the very sense that defined his power. In one cruel beat, Homelander turned Ashley's big PR triumph into a horror show and reminded everyone that whatever game he seems to be playing, he's the only one writing the rules.
From now on, I will set my own agenda, I'll approve my own marketing, and write my own talking points. You will tell me everything that goes on the 99th floor, and I mean everything. Every call, email, group chat. If a f***ing light bulb goes out, you will tell me. And Ashley, in no f***ing way do you decide who goes in the 7.
9. Fan service, the murdery edition. Season 4 opens with Homelander eyeing an oval-shaped new office, the White House. Sister Sage, the smartest person alive, calculates he needs fresh culture war fuel. Solution? Sacrifice his own devoted followers. Homelander sets up a private meet and greet, slips baseball bats to A-Train, the Deep, and Black Noir, and instructs them to show loyalty. The superfans, costumed, starry-eyed, maybe 15 feet from their idol, barely have time to process before the bats swing.
Oh, it's like one of your tests. You want us to say no.
No, Deep, this is not a test. I want you to beat these gentlemen to death now.
Blood spatter, shouts, phone cameras rolling. Homelander stands arms folded, drinking in the chaos while Vought PR pre-writes the obituaries. Beloved patriots martyred by Starlight extremists. It's political theater starring innocent corpses, and Homelander never even breaks a sweat. 8. Mommy issues with a laser finish. Madeline Stillwell was Vought's velvet-tongued VP, and Homelander's surrogate mom, lover, and personal therapist. She bottle-fed his fragile ego, literally, with warm milk, while controlling him through corporate spin. When Butcher takes her hostage, we brace for a heroic rescue. Instead, Homelander arrives, listens to her frantic excuses about hiding his son, and empties 2 scarlet beams straight through her skull. The intimacy is what chills. Nursery lighting, baby monitor cooing in the next room, and Homelander's expression shifting from wounded child to executioner in half a heartbeat. By incinerating the one person who almost handled him, he severs his last tether to accountability and proves that betrayal, real or perceived, earns an instant vaporization. 7. Weaponizing Maeve's closet. Queen Maeve spent years guarding her bisexuality, terrified Vought would twist it into a branding gimmick.
Maybe this is her chance to leave while we can.
Elena.
If we do that, you know what'll happen. I'll call you back.
Not interrupting, am I?
No, of course not.
Great. Who's Elena?
Elena's an old friend.
Since when do you have friends?
Homelander, furious at her secrets, waits for a live TV charity special, millions watching, to drop the bomb.
And we have a gay hero.
Really? Who in the Seven is gay?
Queen Maeve. Scoop for you, Maria. Maeve here is a strong, proud lesbian with a beautiful girlfriend, Elena.
Instantly, every headline pivots. Maeve's heroic deeds shrink as tabloids chase her love life. Homelander spins it as inclusion, but he's really tightening the leash. Her identity is now a corporate prop, and every camera flash is a reminder that Homelander controls her story. It's psychological warfare with a rainbow ribbon on top. 6. Jump! Superman once dissuaded a suicidal jumper with heartfelt empathy. Homelander stages the same scene for optics.
Yeah, that's good. Just don't be afraid of the zoom. You're not Roger Deakins. Mike, frame up. He could be flying down any second.
Cameras are set to broadcast him rescuing Chelsea, a woman experiencing deep emotional distress atop a skyscraper. However, news suddenly arrives about Stormfront's death, sending Homelander into an angry, emotional outburst directed toward Chelsea, the very person he's meant to comfort. He callously abandons any pretense of heroism, coldly encouraging her to take action rather than offering help, eventually giving her a chilling command.
You know what, Chelsea? I think you should jump.
I don't think I want to.
You don't want to? Why don't you show a little follow-through, Chelsea? Jump.
Please, I just want to get
I'm not
down.
suggesting anymore. Jump.
As the sound of Chelsea's fall fades into the background noise of the city, Homelander barely reacts. In this moment, it's clear he's not just indifferent to human suffering, he finds it irritating unless it serves his own interests. 5. The Doppelganger Dungeon. Stillwell's death leaves a mommy-shaped hole in Homelander's psyche. Enter Doppelganger, a shapeshifter forced to reenact bedtime bottle feedings and warped sexual fantasies inside a shabby safe house. Homelander dictates every line of dialogue, baby talk 1 minute, seductive whispers the next, while Doppelganger trembles, morphing flesh like an abused method actor.
Change back! Change back! I'm sorry! I can only hold a shape for so long before it really hurts! Change the back now, Doppelganger!
Yeah, it's okay. Come here. It's all good. Oh, my little boy. Come on. Okay.
In a desperate attempt to survive, Doppelganger transforms into Homelander himself, gambling that the narcissist will be unable to harm his own visage. Instead, Homelander's lip curls, self-hatred, revulsion, and he snaps the imposter's neck. The corpse crumples, and Homelander barely looks back, leaving us with a chilling takeaway, even worshipping Homelander as Homelander can't guarantee safety. 4. Darkside Daycare, Raising Ryan. Ryan is the world's first naturally born soup, possessing Homelander's power but his mother's gentleness. That gentleness disgusts Dad. Homelander barges into the boy's life, drags him 300 feet above suburban lawns to toughen him up, and sneers at every tear.
And you're raising him to be a
You don't get to tell me how to raise my son.
I'm his father.
You don't get to say that after what you did.
What I did to you was give you a son that you are raising like a little girl.
By season 3, Homelander parades Ryan at a rally, proclaiming him my pride and joy. The boy, overwhelmed, clutches his father's cape right before witnessing Dad fry a protester's head. Spoiler for number 3. Homelander consoles him. They'll learn to respect us. It's emotional grooming on a superhuman scale, forging a possible mini Homelander whose moral compass may already be spinning off its hinge. 3. Heat visioning a protester live. That same rally becomes a litmus test for society's threshold. When a protester hurls a plastic bottle at Ryan, Homelander could shrug. It barely grazes the kid. Instead, his eyes glow, and the man's head erupts like a gore-filled piñata. Silence falls, broken by one nervous cheer, then another, until the whole plaza is chanting Homelander's name. The shot lingers on his face. First surprise, then pure elation. he's discovered a terrifying truth. Open televised murder can boost approval ratings if the crowd already worships you. And as the chant crescendos, you can almost see political consultants taking notes. 2. Love at First Reich. Stormfront, a TikTok-savvy lightning thrower revealed as a 100-year-old Nazi, should have been Homelander's mortal enemy. Instead, he's enthralled. Their chemistry session has Homelander crush a man's head mid-foreplay, the pair cackling, "We can do whatever we want." The subtext isn't subtle. Supremacy, both racial and superhuman, is their aphrodisiac. After Stormfront's Nazi past goes public, Homelander claims he was blindsided.
How could you not know all along that Stormfront was a Nazi?
Well, I am just a man who fell for the wrong woman. But out of crisis comes change. Out of crisis comes change. So I spent the last year really slowing down and reconnecting with myself. And I am very excited for everyone to meet the real me.
Yet he sneaks into her hospital room nightly, stroking her charred hand and whispering conspiratorial sweet nothings. For Homelander, ideology is secondary to adoration. If a centuries-old fascist loves him unconditionally, that's validation he'll take to the bank. First Flight 37, hope falls out of the sky. A hijacked transatlantic flight should have been Homelander's defining hero moment. Instead, it becomes a masterclass in callousness. He torches the cockpit controls by mistake, dooming the plane. Maeve begs, "We can still ferry them out." Homelander scoffs. Too many witnesses, too little time, the optics could look sloppy. He corrals panicked parents with laser eyes, threatens to incinerate anyone with a cell phone, and exits through the hull, leaving 123 souls to plummet into the ocean. Later, at the scene of the crash site, he stands before a journalist, crocodile-tearing about evil terrorists and demanding military deployment for Soups.
They didn't have to die.
We have Homelander and Queen Maeve on the scene. Do you have a comment?
Said they didn't have to die. We arrived 3 minutes after the plane went down. Why? Because we're not in the chain of command. If NORAD called us before they scrambled jets, then we could have saved them. 123 men, women, and children. Excuse me. But if they let us into the military, then this will never happen again. That is my solemn promise to you. Right, Maeve? Talk to your congressman. Talk to them. They'll listen to the people. And together we will make sure that this never happens to our great nation ever again.
Flight 37 distills Homelander's ethos: create the crisis, spin the narrative, and climb the ladder made of corpses. Those were 10-plus moments proving Homelander doesn't need kryptonite when unchecked ego and corporate spin do the job. If this countdown made you side-eye every cape on your cereal box, hit like before Homelander heat visions it into vapor. Subscribe for more trips into your favorite TV show theories, Easter eggs, breakdowns, and top 10s. Also remember, whenever someone calls themselves the real hero, check for scorch marks first. Stay safe, and keep your ears covered if a blonde guy in a flag cape starts clapping. Thanks for tuning in to Seen It All.